Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a copy of my campaign's basic character sheet. So I have like a master copy of the basic character sheet for my campaign, and I'm duplicating it now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and find it, and I'm going to give you access. But before I do, I'm going to put it all the way at the very top of the journal tab.
Okay.
And I'm giving you access to it in a second.
Okay.
Okay, so it should be all the way at the top of your journal tab now. It says copy of character sheet with a bunch of asterisks.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, so a little bit of background of my campaign is that you have several religions. So the most likely culture for a monk to come from would be the culture of the continent of Adria, which is my like Asian continent. However, you don't have to be Adrian to be a monk. You could be a regular old white guy if you want from the continent of Panoplia. You could be really from any continent. You could be any race of human if you want to be. It's just that the likelihood of your training occurring in Adria is probably really high.
That's kind of good. I probably would have him from there because I don't know. I just have the idea of having a monk character, and I've done it in some of the monk characters I've played. Not really as in depth as I want to, but just kind of like having a monk character that is wise and is not really not talkative or a lot or whatever. Talks a whole lot, but he doesn't talk like he's not like shy or anything. It's just that he knows when to speak and speaks. I don't know. With monk character, I would picture is kind of mystical and kind of speak in Zen koans and stuff sometimes. Just say things.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you access right now to a handout about Adria. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you immediately so that you have some kind of reference as to the culture of this place. Okay, so it shows a picture of the type of people that live there, right?
Okay.
And then a pronunciation guide of how to pronounce Adria. It's Adria. It's pretty simple. And then there's a little bit of background on the religions there, the castes of people, the culture, the food, just the types of people that live there. There's Empress Ushas. She was originally, well, not originally the leader, but she's a demigoddess who has a lot of control over the people of Adria because of her religion. She's a living being that lives on the planet, right? Who is a demigod. So she has her own cult, and there are a lot of followers of hers in Adria. However, that is not the only common religion in Adria. As you can see, the Great Teacher and Tao.
I have familiarity with Taoism, so I understand like Taoism, and also I was wondering if Buddhism anything like Buddhism would be in the world.
Okay, kind of so like the Great Teacher is actually
okay.
Actually Confucius.
Oh, okay.
So that would be the closest thing to Buddhism.
Okay, well, Taoism would be close enough to be able to play something like like I would be interested in.
Right. Okay, so now, so you've basically chosen your religion. Is that from what I understand, you've chosen Tao
Yep.
as your religion. Is that true?
Yeah. Unless there's like other options you think I should look at, like that you have made.
Well, there's also Raiden is a very popular god in Adria. He is a god of thunder and archery and basically evil. Let's see. I'll show you. Let's see. Religion, human pantheon. I think he might be an intermediate power.
Yeah, we'd really be
Raiden.
interested in that. Just probably the Dow or that
Okay.
seems more
Okay. So
like up to.
right. So I'm gonna give you access to that right now. Okay. So I'm showing it to you right now. So there's the holy symbol. It is, of course, the yin and yang. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it. It's the hexagram, kind of like used in
Octagon.
I Ching.
It's an octagon, right? With, yeah. And the god is Lao Tzu. So he's a legendary philosopher who compiled the Tao Te Ching, the basis of Taoist thought. And his worshippers' alignment is any lawful, but the priests are, let's see, alignment is any neutral. However, as a monk, you have to be lawful. So that would mean that if you wanted to be a monk of Lao Tzu, you would have to be lawful neutral. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. That'll be perfectly fine.
Okay. So that would mean that you are essentially just as likely to do bad things as good. But always in an orderly fashion, because as a lawful person, you're very regimented and orderly and dependable.
And plus, the Taoist religion is based on balance. So I wouldn't do all evil things. There are a lot of evil things and some good things. It would try to keep a balance. And,
A balance, right. And then your, if you were to choose any weapons, you have a very specific list of weapons that are available. You can use the staff. You can use the blowgun with poison, so you're allowed to use poisons, and that includes deadly poisons. Okay. You can use the bow, the harpoon, the spear, the sickle, the sling. Armor, as a monk, you're not allowed to use armor at all. And then, let's see. The spells here for this religion would not apply to you because you, as a monk, have your own spell access.
Okay. Would that be in the spells? Wait, no, that would be
The spells and magic book?
the magic book.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, you have to fulfill the requirements of the monk, and then basically your ethos is determined by this religion, so including the alignment and weapons.
Okay, I know that unlike the first edition, I know the second edition intelligence is important, and intelligence and strength isn't. And what is it? Intelligence, wisdom, and constitution? Is that it? Or is it?
So according to this, you have to have a wisdom of 15, at least 15, an intelligence of 14, and constitution of 13. You have two prime requisites, wisdom and intelligence. So, in order to get a 10% bonus to the experience points you earn, you have to have 16 in your prime requisite for your class, which would mean that you have to have 16 or higher in wisdom and intelligence to gain a 10% bonus. Of course, that 10% bonus is not required, it's just nifty to have it.
Isn't it
So-
5% if you just have one?
No, it is not. You
Oh,
have to have
okay.
16 or above in both
Oh,
of them
in both,
to get
okay.
10%. And of course, the only race that you can choose is human. So, are you filling that out on your character sheet?
I was just writing it down on a sheet of paper first.
Okay, so you've got a character sheet now, so you don't really need that sheet of paper anymore.
Okay, let me see. Let me see. I guess I need to edit that.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, choose a name. That's pretty important in this game. Mostly because I can't really get you started on rolling up your character until you choose a name.
Okay, let's see. Are you allowed to change the name, or
Yes,
do I have time?
you can
Okay.
change the name, yeah.
Okay, let me get out of this section. Go back to the main section.
And these handouts that I gave you access to, you will always have access to those because you're from Adria and that's your religion. So you can always
Okay.
open them again
Okay, that's cool.
to refer to them.
Thanks.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's see. I've got one, just something that I'm just writing something that comes to mind. I may change it. I'm just something that has a placeholder, but I might keep it. I'm not sure if the spelling would be right. That's just something.
Good. Okay. Now a token.
Okay, there's a token from, and if you have some more, I'll take a look at them. But I've got one JPEG from another game that I play a monk. I could use that one, or I could change it later, or just depending on what you want.
Is this one appropriate?
See, wait. Let me see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just wondering if you put it on the character sheet or on the.
Yeah, you don't have access to it. There, now you should have access to it. He's right here.
Yeah.
Can you see the token?
Is it under where my name is? Like in my character sheet where the
Are you
my name-
on the virtual tabletop right now?
Okay, I just have some windows open. Let me close those. So. Okay, let me zoom out. So
Oh, hold on. I don't think I gave him sight. That's probably...
okay.
Okay, has sight. 0, 0. Okay,
yeah.
do you see this token here?
Yeah. I just clicked on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That should be fine. It's just kind of from top down. So black hair. So that would be fine. We just in the other games mostly play first edition. In the 5th edition too, we just use like JPEGs, but not actual like 3D tokens for things.
Well,
But
that's a shame.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
in this
I
game you
don't.
get proper tokens. So
Ah, that's cool.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then
that one's cool.
for your character's avatar on the actual character sheet, you can upload your own picture.
Okay. I may use the same one because I like it. I found one that I like for a monk, and I
Yeah.
may use that or find another one. But I don't have to put that right now, do I? Or should I?
No, you don't have to. But you can start uh, character generation by clicking on your token, and then where it says character creation. So when you click on your token, you'll notice that a bunch of commands will pop up near the top of the screen. Those are
Okay.
macro buttons, okay? So you should have access to the character creation one. If you click on that,
Uh, it just says attack checks, initiative level up, save, special powers, and whisper DM. So I don't see the character creation.
okay,
When I click on the token.
deselect the token and then reselect it,
Okay.
and it should,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. Just go ahead and click on character creation.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. It just put hashtag character creation.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, character creation. Okay, so deselect the token and reselect it, and you should be able to see it again. Character creation.
Okay, go ahead and press it again.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, those are your stats. 13, 15, 11, 11, 12, and 17. You were born on August 10th. And then if you keep your character selected and then click on height, weight, age, choose human male, and it will roll height, weight, and age for you.
Oh, go ahead and change that in my character sheet. Put human male. Or just
You're going to need to copy all these things down. Whatever
okay.
gets generated.
Oh, okay. Just go ahead and press the button. Right, yeah.
Yeah, the button in chat. So, under the character creation window that just popped up in chat, if you click on the chat tab, you can see your stats now. Okay, and it says you're born on August 10th. And then just below, there's a height, weight, age button in chat that you need to click on. And then choose human male. And it's going to roll height, weight, and age for you.
Human male. Submit.
Okay, you're 68 inches tall, 157 pounds, age 18, max age 105. So you're going to need to copy down all those things, your stats and everything. I've already pasted your stats just below your stat block in your character sheet.
Okay.
And you can allot your stats however you want. I highly recommend fulfilling your 2 prime requisites with probably your highest, but it doesn't look like you're going to be able to get that experience point bonus, so I'm just going to take that bonus off right now.
Okay. Well, yeah, I got. Well, they're decent rolls. At least they're not terrible. I've got a 17, so
Yeah.
let's see. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm just trying to think how this might relate my first edition experience to second level, and how these stats relate into the way the monk is played in the second edition. So
Right.
I know that you said wisdom and intelligence are important, and
Yeah. Generally for priests, wisdom is the most important thing, and you can actually end up getting bonus spells for a really high wisdom. With a 17, you would get a lot of bonus spells, actually.
So you would
Uh,
recommend those with probably wisdom the highest and intelligence the second highest?
that's what I would recommend. I'm not going to require it of you. But if you did choose to have a wisdom of 17, you would gain, right off the bat, you would gain 2 first level spell slots as a bonus. And then once you're able to cast second level spells, you would also have 2 second level spell slots bonus. And then once you're able to cast third level spells, you would have a bonus third level spell slot. So you would
Yeah,
get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus spell slots from 17 wisdom. So that's no joke. That's pretty
yeah,
good.
that sounds great. I'm
Especially at
gonna do
first
that.
level, that's highly awesome to have 3 first level spell slots at level 1.
So just for the second stat, so that would probably like, what would be like say if I didn't put it as intelligence, what would I put it in? Constitution or maybe
That's up to you, man. Like, however you want to play your character, roll with it. Like, if you want to be a really healthy, physically fit monk, roll with con. If you want to be a real smart monk, roll with intelligence. If you want to be a people person, roll with charisma. It's all in how you want to play, man.
yeah,
And I there's
I'm just
no
trying to
there's no there's no dump stat in my game. I use all of the stats.
yeah, I was just wondering more so about like the bonuses involved with each for the monk class. Like I know the wisdom has the spell bonuses. Like for intelligence, I know it wouldn't be spells because it's under wisdom. So languages, that would be a bonus, and
Yeah, you would
uh,
get a lot of bonus proficiency slots if you were smart. Like if you had
cool.
a high intelligence. Honestly, 15 isn't super high, but if you want to try it out, go ahead and plug in 15 in intelligence and hit enter and see how many languages you get from it. Number of languages. And that's actually that 4 is in my game. I use the optional rule to have number of languages from intelligence is actually bonus non-weapon proficiency slots at level 1, and you have to spend them all at level 1 or else you lose them.
Okay, and so you're not saying they're only used on languages, but you just have to
No,
use them.
no, they're
Oh, okay.
not. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
you can use them on as general non-weapon proficiency slots.
So
The
like
only the o-
unarmed combat, would that be considered?
no, that's not a
Oh yeah, that's
non-weapon
weapon. That's
proficiency.
considered
Yeah,
weapon. Yeah.
yeah,
I meant.
weapon. Yeah,
Sorry.
weapon proficiencies are what that's for.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
so the one caveat to this optional rule is that you have to spend slots on all of your languages. You don't get a free language. So if you want to be able to speak the common tongue, you literally have to spend a slot on the common tongue.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And any
Let's see
other
here.
any other language you want to speak. So
Can
it's
can
and it's
can
all up
I
to you.
can I unplug one of these stats and try it see what
Yeah.
happens with another one? Okay. Let me
Try
see.
putting 15 in something else. You don't
I was
have to
thinking of
even delete it yet cuz you haven't even chosen like what you want to put in what.
okay. Let's see. I would get a -1 if that. I know in first edition you don't get a Dex bonus for AC, but I'm pretty sure in second edition you do.
In second edition you do, and according to this you would get a bonus of -1 to your AC with a 15 dex. Um and actually high dexterity is pretty useful in some ways for monks, especially if you plan on using the tumbling proficiency to gain +2 bonus to your unarmed attacks, having a high dexterity, because the +2 bonus only comes if you pass your tumbling check, which is based on dexterity. So
I'm thinking I can have if I choose dexterity as the 15, I can still have a decent intelligence with 13, and
Yeah,
because
and still get that defense adjustment
yeah, I'm
and all
thinking
that.
maybe we try that out.
And I don't think 15 is high enough to get any kind of damage bonus from strength or anything like that. So
Yeah, and I don't. Nah, it's not. I think it has to be 16. I think.
yeah. Although with a 17 strength, you would get pretty decent bonuses. I think it's like +1 to hit and damage with 17 strength.
Let's see. 68 inches. What is that in feet? Let's see.
That is 5'8".
Okay, that's actually exactly what I put my monk being in my first edition game is 5'8".
Oh, okay.
It's close to my actual height, which is about the same.
Yeah.
Not very tall, kind of short. Let's see. I don't think I want him to be so. I don't know if. So I would get. Let's see, for strength, I would get. Let's see. I wouldn't get a damage bonus.
I'm just
Would I get a
popu-
to hit bonus? Let me put it in. Let me pick the
I'm
15
just
out.
populating some fields for you now that we know what your class and stuff are. You basically have to be lawful neutral.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so
You have to be human.
I get no maybe something to my max weight allowance, but it's not. I would. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and populate your saving throws real quick.
Is it okay if I refill in the dexterity again?
You can, yeah. We haven't started a session, so
Oh, okay.
you can switch around your stats however you want, man.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, it is. Yeah. I think that's right. Wait a second. That's what is it? That's wrong. Let's see, change that. Yeah, no, I've got two. Yes, I have two 12s down. Oh, I don't know how my charisma got 12. Oh, and so I should have two 11s. Two 11s, one 15, 12, 13, 17. I think that. What do you think about that configuration? I'm thinking. Let me think. What was happening? If I changed that? Maybe. No, I don't want to. I don't want to make my intelligence any lower. Is there any other benefits that? I mean, I know it would make him smarter and everything, but 13 intelligence isn't bad, and really a monk relies on his intelligence. His intelligence is almost his wisdom in a way. I just kind of see it like that. It's intelligence is based on wisdom, and you can have like a really not I don't guess you would say really low intelligence, but you can have a normal intelligence but high wisdom, and what you would appear to be really intelligent in a way because you would be so wise.
Well, Wisdom is describes a composite of the character's enlightenment, judgment, guile, willpower, common sense, and intuition.
Yeah, it would just be that it's just that the two in ways are so connected that it's just
No,
kind of
they're
kind of
no, they're not.
no. I mean not in so much of a game term. Just I mean in general, wisdom,
No,
intelligence.
they're not. No. Intelligence is all about memory, reasoning, learning ability, and basically IQ and facts. It's the most scientific of the stats. Wisdom is all about feeling. It's all about your enlightenment, your judgment, guile, willpower, common sense, and intuition.
But I was speaking of like in the Tao, the idea that if you have a high intelligence and a low wisdom, you're not going to go very far in your studies as a monk. But if you have, I guess, if you had a low wisdom and a high, yeah, if you had a low wisdom and a high intelligence, it would be unbalanced. It would kind of like you'd be.
Well, I mean, that in real life might be true, but
that's
in
more what I was
game
saying.
mechanics, that's not true. The most important stat is wisdom. And if you don't have a high wisdom, there's like spells you wouldn't even be able to cast and stuff like that. Like, as it is with a 17 wisdom,
I was just I wasn't really speaking about like the stats so much, just the idea of role playing and how intelligence and wisdom work together as when you role play. It's just kind of like the idea that like if you're really intelligent, you have no wisdom, you could end up making really bad choices and just
Right. Well, I mean, I doubt your character would make bad choices anyways, because all of your stats are above 10.
yeah, that's true because they're above that. All of them are
Like,
above
there's
average,
no
so-
way your character would ever be stupid or,
Yeah.
do something dumb. Because
Yeah.
none of your stats are dumb. You don't have any stats below average. So 11 is actually above average. It's slightly above average. Average is 10.
Well, if he had a 10 wisdom and like say superhuman intelligence, it might be a chance that he would become uh, just I mean just the idea that I mean I can understand what you're saying and it's true. It's just the idea that the more off they are, the more they're disconnected. They can because like like with great power comes great responsibility, and also with great intelligence comes great responsibility. And so
Well,
much
what you're saying doesn't really have anything to do with mechanics, but I do understand what you're trying to get at is the role playing aspect for the character.
yeah. That's I'm not.
Okay.
I'm totally. It's nothing to do with really the stats or anything. It's just
Right,
the idea of the role playing that you
Role playing
try
aspect.
to figure out
You
how
can-
to.
Yeah.
Okay, let
It's
me
all,
go ahead and get back on. We'll get back on track with the stats and stuff. I was
Yeah.
just kind of
yeah.
let's see.
Well, it's a good
Uh,
thing to think about while you're assigning stats because, you want to know how you want to role play this character.
Yeah. That's
So-
what I was thinking. Is like how let's see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think pretty sure that's the way I will play it.
So is that how you want to do it? One thing I do want to talk about is a really cool ability that humans have is called dual classing. And what that does is it allows you to change from one class to another. And you can never switch back to a subclass of a class you've already been. So for example, if you start as a warrior and you switch to thief, you can never go back to any kind of warrior. So paladin, ranger, fighter, you can never go back to those classes. Barbarian.
Yeah, Yeah, it's just I'm familiar with. I've been studying doing multi-class and dual class.
Okay.
I'm familiar with the basics.
So the way that it works in second edition is in order to dual class, you have to have at least 15s in the prime requisite of the class that you're in, and you have to have a 17 in the prime requisite of the class that you want to switch to. So that being
That,
said, it looks like the only
may need to change my intelligence back to 15 if I'm thinking of doing that.
so
If
it
that's what
looks
you-
like your only option with these stats, if you ever want a dual class, would be switching to wizard. If you put the 17 in intelligence and the 15 in wisdom, that would be your only option with these stats. But as a caveat to that, you can raise your stats in my game by using
Oh,
wishes and magical items.
okay. So
So if you do want to roll with the 17 wisdom, you could eventually raise your intelligence to 15 by using a wish and like a magical book or something, and then switch to wizard. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You'd have to raise your intelligence to 17, which would take let's see, 3, 4, 5 wishes, I think, or
I
magical
see.
items.
So just your opinion. What would your choice be? Just your opinion.
My
Intelligence or dexterity?
my opinion, I'd probably roll with what you got and rely on, um, I mean, it really depends on what class you want to switch to. Because if you want to switch to thief, I would keep the dexterity as 15 and just raise that with magic. You know.
Okay, that is one question that you made me think of by saying that is that I don't think it's the true in second edition, but in first edition, the monk gets thief abilities. I'm pretty sure it's not true in second edition, but
What?
like like in first edition, the monk like the thief's ability table in first edition, the monk gets the same bonuses as the thief does.
Oh
That's
no,
right.
not no,
Okay,
not in second.
yeah, that's not in second
So
edition. I didn't
in
think so.
second edition, everyone has detect noise and climb walls. But
Okay.
non-thieves start with you just have 40% in climb walls, and your detect noise score depends on your race. And your race is human, and humans get 15% in detect noise.
Okay.
So
Let's see. So, but like my spells, like as a monk, my spells would come from wisdom. So I'm thinking of
yeah,
maybe staying as a monk. Would it be worth it to stay as a monk, or would it be better to dual class, or just
it
continue?
depends on how you want to play the character, man. It's all in how you want to play the character.
Some of the
Um,
things you were saying about the monk spells and stuff just seem really cool, and
yeah,
I think
they
I would like
are
to keep it
awesome,
like
dude.
that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
So,
lie, the monk
so if I
spells are the shit.
so if I wanted to do that, I'd pretty much keep it the same, or would I? You think?
Yeah, I would. I I would probably roll with if you never wanted to change, and even if you wanted to change, I would probably roll with this. Because honestly,
Yeah.
if I were to dual class this guy, if I was playing this dude, I would probably turn him into a thief instead of a wizard. Because it
Yeah,
would be
I
kind of
probably,
cool to
yeah.
have a monk that could, sneak around.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, that looks good. Are you satisfied with those stats?
Yeah, I'm satisfied. Just do it.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to um your proficiencies. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to copy a table and paste it into your bio. It's table
Okay.
34 from the player's handbook.
No, wait.
So priests gain. Let's see. Priests start with 2 weapon proficiencies and 4 non-weapon proficiencies. And you have an intelligence of 13, which gives you 3 extra non-weapon proficiencies for a total of 7.
Weapon proficiencies was how many?
Weapon proficiencies 2, non-weapon 7.
Okay.
And I'm putting this table into your bio right now.
So in languages would be counted as not the non-weapon proficiencies?
Yes.
Okay.
And languages available to human is common, and then stuff that basically I give you permission for. So if there's any other languages that you want other than common, just let me know. I'm probably only going to give you permission to speak like demi-human languages, because I doubt your character would have contact with anyone who would be able to speak like Orcish or Goblin or anything like that. But I mean, if you want to choose, Gnomish or Halfling or Elvish or Dwarvish, that's fine.
What would I was planning on having a character that was natively from Adria, and I was just wondering what would be a common choice for another language, like a demi-human language that would choose like a race that they would associate with.
Probably elves.
Yeah, probably would choose the elf, but you don't have to choose a language. You can use them for other things, right?
Right, but if you don't choose a language, then you can't speak.
No, I mean, oh yeah, you've got to choose common, but I mean, besides common.
You don't have to choose any other languages. You're right. Yeah, but like I said, if you don't choose a language, then you just can't talk. So
Yeah, I was just talking about beyond common. Yeah, so that would take up one, the common, because you said it counts.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Familiar. What would be some of the common non-weapon proficiencies for second edition? I used to know them, but I
so if you click in Purple Worm, Chapter 5 proficiencies, and then non-weapon proficiencies 2. There is, let's see, where it says non-weapon proficiencies. Oh, no. Non-weapon proficiency groups. There it is. There's a list of some of the proficiencies. These are just the ones that are in the player's handbook. There are also larger lists in the different class handbooks. Like the priest handbook probably has, let's see, priest, gods in the world, designing face, sample priesthoods, priest kits, role playing, equipment and combat, bibliography.
Just have a question. Do I need to create the entire character right now, or like while you're here, or can I pick things later, or how do you want to do that? I was just wondering if I have time to look through them and read them more and figure out how they work together.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to do proficiencies later, we can move on to something else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like weapon proficiencies. Like, did you want to have, martial arts?
Yes. Let's see. It would be something. I guess I need to look in the.
I do want to warn you though. On Saturday, if your character is not completed, I'm not going to let you play. And I mean complete, like your bio, all your proficiencies, your gear, your spells, and all that stuff.
We can go ahead and do it, I guess. It's just that if it just as long as you're guiding me through it, and we can go ahead and do it. But I mean, what's today's Wednesday?
Yep.
Yep. We can go ahead and do it. I was just wondering if, but I guess we could go ahead and do it. Is there a way, if I decide I want to swap out a proficiency? Would I be able to do that as long as
Yeah,
I did it before
just
game?
tell me. Yeah, just let me know in Discord that you're swapping this for that, and
Okay,
um, just change it on the character sheet.
okay,
So
let's see. So we'll do
just
non-weapon proficiency.
just so you know, like once we actually start on Saturday, your
Yeah,
character sheet's
got it.
final. Yeah,
Yeah, got it.
yeah.
Non-weapon proficiency. Uh, so I had 7, so I'm gonna automatically take off 1 for common. So I have 6, and I'm gonna check before I choose to have another language like Elven. Probably would choose Elvish, but if I chose one, but I'm just gonna read through these basic non-weapon proficiency. Okay, there's non-weapons proficiencies 1 and non-weapons proficiencies 2. Is there how are those are divided? Can you remember? I was just going to see them. Okay, that's not just more detail. The table of 37. So I'm supposing I need to go to level table 37. So I would have access to, I suppose, the priest ones and the general ones, right? You there?
You actually have access, I'm pretty sure, to all of them. So you might want to read the monk description again, and you're probably gonna want to
Okay.
have several tabs open at the same time of Purple Worm, just so you can refer to different things,
Oh,
kind of
okay,
glance
yeah.
back. So I would keep one tab of the monk class open, and maybe another for like your equipment or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Let me just open up a couple more tabs.
So I'm just putting your classes experience table into your bio, so you can just refer to it from your bio rather than having to look it up on Purple Worm whenever you gain a
Oh,
level or whatever.
oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah. Looks like you'll get to level 2 at 1500 experience points. So I'm just putting that onto your experience section of the character sheet. I'm also going to put your priest spell slots table onto your bio, right next to your experience point table,
Okay.
because you'll have to refer to that quite a bit, actually. So it looks like with 17 wisdom, you'll be able to go as high as level 6 spells, but no higher. Um, but later on, you'll be able to have wishes granted to you, and you can wish for more wisdom to get up to 7th level spells.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that eventually. Let's see. To open up the tab. I've got the various options open. Oh yeah, the wait a second. That's right. I don't think that's in here, right? Is it? No. I've got that one. I don't think it's on here. I don't see it, but I can look it up in my PDFs later. Or got that open. Let's see. there's a little trouble with this PDF I have. It's
Excuse me.
let's see if it's I'll go back. Just go ahead. I'll go ahead and do these non-working proficiencies first. So I'm not sure. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I've got the right table open. I've got table 37 on West proficiency groups, and it has it in sections for class, and you said I access to all of them, but is that all of them for the what that would be the players options? But I'm not sure if that's also the players input.
That what that means is you have a crossover or a proficiency crossover with all the groups. So fighter, priest, rogue, and wizard, and then everyone has access to general. But I just want to verify that real quick. Let's see, the monk is from spells and magic. Priest characters, monk.
Let's see. You said we could use combat and tactics, just not skills and powers. No skills.
What did you say? Oh,
players options,
says
skills and powers.
monks have a non-weapon proficiency crossover with all other classes and may learn any proficiency listed at no additional cost.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. I think you said something about that last time.
So yeah, you can choose basically any proficiency at the listed price, the listed amount of slots.
So I'm trying to set my tabs up so I can get one.
I'm just gonna go ahead and paste your THACO into all of your THACO slots on your weapon table on your character sheet.
Okay.
Because you are a priest. And then as soon as you choose a non-weapon proficiency, just go ahead and put it into a non-weapon proficiency line on your proficiencies table on the character sheet.
Okay.
And I'm just pasting all of your stats in, your age, height, weight, and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, thanks. I'm just shit.
I'm also going to record your birthday
Sorry,
on your
missed,
bio.
Okay. Sorry, my headset came unplugged for just a second. You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay, I was just making sure that it didn't disconnect.
You were born on August 10th, it looks like. Excuse me.
Okay, so looking at the rogue ones, probably want to take tumbling.
Which languages you want to start with?
Uh, just common and let's see. I probably wouldn't choose any more than Elven. So
Didn't you say you wanted to wait before choosing that?
yeah. I want to wait. But I probably wouldn't choose more than one extra.
Yeah.
But just wait and see. Let's see if I need any extra. So go ahead and
Okay.
go ahead and put down tumbling, I guess. So.
Okay. So the way I like to do non-weapon and weapon proficiencies, for that matter, is when you write in the name of the proficiency, hit space and then put how many slots it's worth or whatever. So speak common is worth 1 slot. And then speak common is also intelligence. So what I did was I put in the field next to it at wavy bracket intelligence close wavy bracket. And what that does is it's going to automatically populate whatever you have plugged into your intelligence slot on your stats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you can see if I roll proficiency slot, you see that? Speak common 1,
Okay.
0 successes. But that's just neither here nor there. Like to speak, you don't have to roll intelligence, you just talk. Like some of the proficiencies you don't have to roll a check for ever. And speaking is one of them.
So did you say that you had to learn any languages you learned had to be learned at first level? Is that what you
No,
said?
no. Languages can be
okay.
learned later, but all the slots that you get from intelligence have to be spent at first level, as well as all of your slots that your initial non-weapon slots. All of your initial slots have to be spent, and your 3 from intelligence have to be spent at level 1. Otherwise, you lose them.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So
I'll use them all. I just probably won't spend won't have another language. Just have common, unless there's some type of
okay.
other human language that besides common that.
There is undercommon, but humans don't normally go into the mantle. So the way I do geology in this game is just like in real world. The Earth has the crust, the mantle, and the core. So in my world, the Underdark is called the mantle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so people don't usually go to the Underdark in my world. Like humans like the sunlight. They like to hunt and fish and farm and stuff like that, so they stay on the surface mostly. But there is a language called Undercommon that is spoken commonly in the mantle, and it's so vastly different from the common tongue that it needs its own language. Like it is a common tongue for inside the mantle. Like most races in the mantle speak it, and it doesn't sound anything like normal common. From the crust.
Probably then I probably wouldn't know it. So I guess
yeah.
Just have the common and maybe add some different languages later on.
Yeah, maybe possibly.
Yeah, I went ahead and put down tumbling, and do you want me to go ahead and put the what was that called, a macro with the at brackets? What would that be? Dexterity.
Dexterity, yeah. So what you can do is just copy the intelligence one and then double click on the text for the word intelligence, and it will highlight just the letters, and then you just type dexterity and hit enter, and it'll change to change it to dexterity. And then you could just copy and paste them for other purposes, you know what I mean? Yeah, tumbling does only cost 1, huh?
Yeah,
that's
just
good.
1.
It's an awesome proficiency for monks. I'm not gonna lie. It gives you +2 to hit with unarmed attacks, and monks use unarmed attacks all the time.
Okay, so you said let me just let me change and
yeah, you just double click the letters and it'll highlight all the letters in there.
Okay,
and then just type dexterity and hit enter. And then test it, of course.
Let's see. Did it roll?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, your intelligence is 15. Oh, I mean, your dexterity is 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so you've got 5 more to go, and then just remember that some proficiencies take more than 1 slot. Like healing and herbalism, I think, are both 2. Armor smithing is like 3. Weapon smithing, I think, is 2.
Okay, pretty sure. Okay, I've got. Let's see. So I common was 1, so that would be 6, and I picked tumbling, so that would leave me with what, 5?
Yeah, you've got 5 left.
5 left. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm thinking jumping. That maybe that's yeah. I'm gonna put that down next.
Yeah, jumping can be pretty useful. Let's see. The character can attempt exceptional leaps both vertically and horizontally. If the character has at least a 20-foot running start, he can leap or broad jump 2d6 plus his level in feet. That's a pretty far jump. No character can broad jump more than 6 times his height, however. With the same start, he can leap vertically 1d3 plus half his level in feet, plus your height, of course, to reach something, ledges or something. No character can high jump more than 1.5 times his own height.
So yeah, that's strength, I guess. Yeah, strength.
Yeah. So yeah, that's, and then the way I treat jumping with a non-proficient person is the most they could ever do is try to get across a 5-foot gap, which is 1 combat square, and I make them roll dexterity to basically fall in style and catch the ledge on the other side, and then a strength check to see if they let go accidentally or not, like the strength of their hands, and if they pass both checks, then they basically fall in style across the 5-foot gap, grab the ledge, and pull themselves up.
Oh, okay.
So if they fail either check, they fall.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, yeah, and that's for non-proficient jumpers. So that's how I do that. But it's usually, from what I've seen, it's usually over water. So, you know, if they fall into water, which is usually only dangerous if you're wearing metal armor. So. But yeah, they one thing 2nd edition never did really was give a mechanic for non-proficient jumping. So I came up with that mechanic, the fall in style dexterity check, and then the do you accidentally let go strength check.
Yeah. Let's see. I was just gonna have a question about the making first level character. Can you add more than 1 to each one? Like
yeah,
yeah. If I wanted to spend two slots,
right? Yeah.
Or
yes.
like
so if
could I do that and count as two against me. I'm just not sure if I can go up more than
Hello?
one at a time.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello,
Like,
hello, hello.
you
Hello?
there?
Hello? Hello?
You there? Can you
Hello?
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Let's
On
cut
some?
out for just a second. I
Okay.
was just gonna
Can you
ask.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Can
Can
we
you hear me?
add more than one?
Hello?
Yeah, I think one
Okay,
of us
mic
is
check. Can you
cutting
hear
out.
me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay, I'm gonna stop this music.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Stop the music. I think it's my sound card.
Hey, can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
I
Can,
yeah, I
can you
think
hear
you
me?
kind of jump in and out of the room.
I
So
think it's my sound card because soon as I turned the music off, now I'm not breaking up.
oh, okay.
So, but yeah, if you want to spend extra slots on proficiencies, all you do is you write the
Put it to two and
the
change it
name
to two.
of the proficiency, and then the number of slots that it costs normally, and then plus however many extra ones you want to spend.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and put the main ones and see if I have any left over for more than one. Or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
So
Hello?
yeah, I can hear you. I just heard you.
Okay.
Let's, yeah,
Okay, can you hear me now?
yeah. Let me look at the under. Can you hear me?
Something really weird is going on with my Discord. I think I might just have to restart Discord. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to restart Discord now.
Okay, I'll wait for you to come back. You back?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You just came
Yeah,
back.
hopefully it won't screw up anymore. It looks like it's doing well. Okay, so what you do is just write the name of the proficiency, and then the number of slots that it costs normally, and then a plus sign, and then however many extra slots you spend. And the number of extra slots is going to be a bonus to your check. So the third window in the series, you would put whatever the bonus is. And if you notice, some of the proficiencies have pluses or minuses normally.
Oh yeah.
So, like land-based writing is wisdom +3. So if you were to spend an extra slot, it would turn to wisdom +4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're cumulative with the normal bonus. So I think, let's see, what tumbling.
So that would
Proficiency.
just be like riding a horse, right? Just a horse.
Yeah, but with land-based writing, you actually have to specify what type of animal. And by animal type, I mean the monster entry for the animal. So, like, if you were proficient with land-based riding horse, you would know how to ride all horses, mules, ponies, donkeys, stuff like that, because
Oh, okay.
they're all like genetically, you know, related.
Yeah.
If you had uh, uh, aerial riding eagles, you would know how to ride like giant eagles. If you ever got shrunk to like the size of a pixie or something, you could ride
Mm.
like a normal size eagle, possibly. Um, I think
Oh, okay.
the rock might be a type of eagle. I'm not sure.
So I'm thinking about. I may take land-based riding. Not sure yet, but I'm just gonna. Let's see.
Yeah,
I think.
I recommend it. It's pretty good proficiency. It
I'm
allows
thinking
you to do
maybe.
some really cool stuff.
I'm thinking another one. It'll cost me 2 points, but blind fighting might be a good one.
Yeah, what that does is anytime you are blinded or partially blinded, it just cuts the penalty in half. And it also works with invisible creatures. So if you're fighting something invisible, rather than have a -4 to hit, you just have a -2. And then there are some monsters that injure your eyes and
Oh yeah.
like peck them out. So, for instance, the crow. If you were to fight a crow and have one of your eyes pecked out permanently, it gives you a permanent -2 to hit. And if you had blind fighting, it would cut that in half to -1. So there's a bunch of different ways that that proficiency is used.
Okay. Now.
Not just fighting in the dark, but also other things that affect vision.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one down. That's plus two. Let's
Yeah.
see.
You'll generally see that it's a useless proficiency, but there are quite a few instances where I could see that being useful.
Well, like if you were
Such
in the
as
dark, if you're in the dark or something, I guess.
yeah, or if you were fighting an invisible creature, it would be
Yeah.
basically, you'd have a one up over everybody else in the party because you'd be the only person that had that proficiency, and you could be like,
Oh yeah.
but I don't get a -4 to hit, Josh. I get a
Oh yeah.
-2 because I have blind fighting.
So
So,
you think it's worth it to spend the 2 points probably, or you think I should spend it
um,
elsewhere?
me personally, I wouldn't take it, but it all depends on how
Mm,
you want to play your character.
yeah, if it's
It's
not
all
that.
up to you, man.
Yeah, maybe not. It costs 2 points, and it's
Yeah.
yeah, just
Some proficiencies that I usually like to choose are things like swimming, direction sense, from general. Swimming and direction sense are
yes.
really useful. Land-based riding from general is really useful. Um, I find that from priest, religion and spellcraft are super useful. So
Okay.
is reading and writing if you want to be able to write messages or anything like that. Local history is pretty nice to have because
Yeah.
you can basically say, hey Josh, I want to go out into the town and gather local history, and basically, I'll eventually have you roll a check, and if you pass, then I will give you information on basically the town gossip, which
Okay.
could be pretty useful. From Rogue, things like, tumbling and jumping are really useful. Appraising is pretty useful a lot of the times because it lets you judge the value of like gems and art objects that you find. Um, Set snares is useful, in my opinion, only if you're a thief. which monks are not thieves, so that one's not super cool. You can still use it to like feed yourself, but I probably wouldn't take that one.
Okay,
Uh,
so I've used three so far. So I've got four left. So let me see. Probably want to take swimming. So that would be one.
yeah, it's usually pretty nice to be able to swim well, because everyone can do the doggy paddle, but only proficient swimmers are like awesome swimmers.
Yeah.
And that one's based on strength. So, you know what your strength is. I can't remember what it is, but
I think it's let's see. Yeah, 11.
yep. So you'd
Little.
have basically like a 55% chance to pass it, which is decent. Um, from wizard, I find religion, spellcraft, reading, and writing are pretty useful. Uh, since you're a priest, like if I was playing a monk, I would probably take healing and herbalism. Those cost
Yeah.
two each. But what you could do with it is so healing in combat, you can move up to a full move of 12 squares and still do first aid with healing on somebody.
Oh, okay. So I
And
think.
then herbalism, if you pass that, that adds 1 hit point to the amount that you heal. So, and they can work independently from one another too. So, if you didn't have healing, you can still use herbalism, and if you don't have herbalism, you can still use healing.
Okay.
And they also work in conjunction with each other on the check. Herbalism gives you a +1 to your healing check, but not vice
So
versa.
so if I took both of those, that would use all my slots. Do you think it's worth taking both of those, or do I need to?
Totally worth it. Like if I was playing your monk, I would definitely take healing and herbalism, just because it's nice to be able to have some non-magical healing that your character is able to do while moving.
Oh yeah.
Moving and using first aid is so useful because you can, with healing, you get to heal non-magical healing, 1d3 hit points per person
Oh,
per
okay.
day. If it's within one round of them getting injured, and they've gotten injured equal to or more than your die roll of 1d3. Okay. And then with healing, or sorry, with herbalism, it adds +1. But you can do herbalism within an hour of someone getting injured.
Okay. So
And
so do you think I?
you can do them both at the same time is the cool thing about it.
Oh, okay. So do you think I should keep both the tumbling and jumping, and then take those two and let that be it? That'll be seven, I think. That'll be seven with
Is
the
that including
tumbling.
your language slot?
Yeah. So it'll be four for
One,
those
two,
two. Five,
three,
six, yeah, it'll
four,
be
five,
seven.
six, seven. Oh yeah. Um yeah, I mean it's all in how you want to play your character. I'm just saying that those two are really really useful. I mean, so is land-based writing, but it all depends on how you want to be. Do you want to be good at riding a horse? Do you want to be good at doctoring people up?
Okay. So
um,
so so if I would so but if I was if I didn't have it, I would still be able to ride a horse, just not very well.
right. If you're not a proficient rider, you can't mount your horse and move in the same round. Like, it's more difficult when you're in combat. If you are a non-proficient rider and you take damage while you're riding, you might fall off the horse and take more damage. If your horse is damaged and you're not proficient, it might, buck you off and you take damage as well.
I think.
Um,
I think. I think when I get more slots, when I gain levels, I'll add that one. But go with the tumbling, jumping. If you think that would be okay, just to go with the tumbling, jumping, healing, and herbalism.
Yeah, it's up to you. Like I said, it's all up to you how you want your character to be. I'm going to start looking for some other tokens, just in case you are more interested in other ones.
Okay. Healing was 2, right? 2 healing and herbalism. Okay, healing is wisdom.
Hmm.
So I need to go ahead and like the minuses that are listed under like when it says like intelligence, I go ahead and put. Did I add that? Go ahead and add that, or
It's cumulative with the extra slots that you spend. So,
I would just have the bare minimum for each one to get each
okay.
one. So
Yeah, so herbalism is intelligence -2, and healing is wisdom -2.
okay, so just put -2 on each one of those.
Yep.
And jumping, I think that was 0, wasn't it, or was it?
Yeah, but if it says 0, just leave it blank.
Okay, tumbling was 0 as well, or is that check?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, jumping
tumbling's
is
0.
just straight strength, tumbling is just straight dex. Yep.
Okay, so that's my non-weapon proficiencies. I think that's it, right, for the non-weapon proficiencies.
Yeah, that should be all 7. And then you have 2 weapon proficiency slots to spend. And did you choose a martial art?
Yeah, that's one of the ones I haven't put it down, but I would just put down martial arts.
No, you actually have to choose a martial art out of the Ninja's Handbook.
Okay, let me and that one's not in Purple Worm, right? I need to yeah.
Right.
I've got that. Let's see it. Let me see. Let me see what page. Yeah.
I have a
Proficiency
link
in
for it.
martial art.
Oops. Ninja's Handbook.
Non-weapon. Let's see. Weapons. Oh, here it is. Martial arts. Martial arts.
I'll post it in Discord. Here's a link.
Oh, okay.
Politicalavenue.com.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe this one will work better. This the other one that I have has some kind of bug or something in it and it doesn't work at all.
Oh, and this one you can actually highlight the text too, so that makes it a little easier. You can actually use the find function, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. It has bookmarks as well, right? Or does it?
I just checked out the bookmarks and it didn't have any. I mean, it has an option for bookmark, but there are no bookmarks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can use the find function, so Control F, and then just type for whatever word you want to search for. But let's see. You can choose from Aikijutsu, Atemi, Jujutsu, Karate, Kung Fu, Ninjutsu, Sumo, and Taekwondo.
See, I'm trying to find the page. You know what page? Let me see. That'd be under proficiencies in martial arts.
Table 17, Common Martial Arts Styles. So if you hit Control F and then type in Common Martial Arts Styles, it'll take you straight there.
Okay, let me see.
Common Martial Arts Styles.
I'm
Boom.
looking at the wrong. See, I'm look. Where do you type? Where is it that you type it in at?
Control F.
Oh, okay. Look, common.
Common Martial Arts Styles. And it should come up with 2 spots. One of them is in the table of contents, and the other one is the actual table 17.
Oh yeah, I found it. Table 17. Let's see.
Yeah, so it shows you what the martial art does for you. Like, they all give you an extra attack, so you have 2 attacks per round. And then they all tell you what the damage is per attack, and then the AC modifier. So while you're using Aikijutsu, your AC goes down by 3, which is kind of like wearing, I guess, hide armor or something similar to that scale.
Okay.
And then the principal attack is just I guess just a reference for how the martial art works. And then the special maneuvers are the special maneuvers that you can use weapon slots and also martial arts only slots for. So, and then of course weapons allowed.
Okay, so the jujitsu under damage is so each attack does. Is that saying it does 1d2 points of damage?
Yes. You have 2 attacks, and the attacks do 1d2 damage, and then your AC lowers by 2 when you're using the jujitsu stance. So each of these are actual stances. So there's an Aikijutsu stance, an Atemi stance, a Jujutsu stance, Karate stance, etc., etc., etc.
Okay, so I was just wondering. I was looking under special maneuvers. It has lock, throw, movement, vital area, and then it has the numbers beside them.
Yeah, so what that means is, for example, you were looking at Jujutsu. So Jujutsu has lock 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you scroll down to the locks section and read about the first, second, third, and fourth lock.
What page is that?
You just scroll down. Table 19 special maneuvers. So just search, Control F, Table 19, and it'll take you there.
Okay. Maybe.
So the way special maneuvers work is it kind of forces you to either specialize in one type of maneuver at a time or learn all of the maneuvers in ascending numerical order.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, with Jujutsu, if you look on the table, they have access to lock 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you could either learn all of the locks before you move on to other types of moves, or you could learn all of the maneuvers that are number 1, and then and then move on to all the maneuvers that are number 2, and then move on to all the maneuvers that are number 3. So it just depends on how you want to be with your martial art. Do you want to be very locky specialized, or do you want to be like generic and do all the first level maneuvers first, and then all the second, and then the third?
So basically, that's kind of like a grappling style. So
It
like
can be if you want it to be. That's what I'm trying to say.
okay, so it'd be like block, throws, movement, whatever.
Yeah, so you can either do do it generally or specialize in locks if you were doing jujitsu.
Okay. Yeah. What about ninjutsu?
Are you? Oh, you're doing ninjutsu?
Well, I was just looking at that ninjutsu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ninjutsu has mental 2 and 4, which I think is like levitation and say find table 19. Mental 2 and 4, right?
Because the Aikijitsu is -3 AC modifier. That be I have a negative what that four. Only does 1 point of damage. So. I'm thinking of, I don't know, either, I'm also looking at Kung Fu, so Ninjutsu, Kung Fu. Probably either Ninjutsu or Kung Fu. What would be the two main things about each one that would be the biggest bonuses for choosing each, either Ninjutsu or Kung Fu?
Well, the cool thing about Kung Fu is it has Strike 2, which I think is Eagle Claw. It has Strike 1 and 2. So Strike... Strike 1 is Iron Fist, does 1d6 HP damage plus strength bonuses with blows. And then, so basically, instead of doing 1d, 2 or 1d3, like all the other martial arts,
Yeah.
you do 1d6 damage with your attacks with Iron Fist, and that's strike 1. So you can do basically two chops or two punches or whatever that each do 1d6 HP damage. And
So,
then strike 2 is crushing blow. It lets you break inanimate objects, 1 attack per round. So one of your attacks you can use to do a crushing blow and, like, break pottery, or
okay.
you could break somebody's shield or something. Like if they had a wooden shield, you could just break it with your hands.
So like, let's see. So how would I like for my non-weapon proficiencies? Like if I wanted to choose martial arts, I would go under. Like if I wanted to choose kung fu, I would choose 2 of these, or I'm not
Yeah,
such.
so you have to spend 1 slot to learn the Kung Fu stance, and then after you've learned the Kung Fu stance, you can spend more slots on the actual maneuvers. So, for
Okay, so
instance, at level 1, since you have 2 weapon slots, you could use 1 slot to learn Kung Fu, and then another slot to learn one of the maneuvers.
okay, and like even though so the 1 and the 2, that still they both cost 1, right? Or do they cost different?
They both cost 1, yes.
Okay,
So,
and the Eagle Claw was the strike 2, and that was 1d6. Is that
no,
what?
that's
Or
Crushing
no,
Blow. And, uh,
the Eagle
uh,
Claw was what was that?
no, Kung Fu does not have Eagle Claw. Kung
Okay, which
Fu
one?
Kung Fu has Iron Fist, which is the D6 damage, and it has Crushing Blow. So Iron Fist is strike 1, and then Crushing Blow is strike 2. And I'm not sure which martial art has Eagle Claw, which is strike 3. And that one does 1d8 HP damage plus strength bonuses, but you can only do it with one of your attacks per round. So, like, maybe your right hand you use to make, like, an Eagle Claw, strike or whatever. You ever seen a Kung Fu guy do an Eagle Claw? It kind of looks like, if you ever watched that movie, Fist of the North Star, where the guy strikes people in the chest with his fingertips, and he digs his fingertips into their skin, and then pulls his fingers back out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty what you can do with an Eagle Claw. But that's literally what it does. Like, people do that shit in real life.
So that which martial art was that? The Eagle Claw. That was
I don't know what martial art has it. You'd have to look.
okay.
It's strike 3.
Strike 3 Eagle Claw. Oh, it's not that.
Looks like karate has it.
Oh,
Yeah, it has strike 1, 2, and 3. That's really good.
28 HP damage plus strength bonuses. Don't really have any strength bonuses. 1 attack per round. So that means I can only, if I use that attack, I can only have 1 attack per round.
No, one of your
Oh, just-
attacks is used to do an Eagle Claw.
Oh, okay.
And the cool thing about karate is it has strike 1, 2, and 3. So you
Oh,
could
yeah.
do an Eagle Claw and then do an Iron Fist.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because everybody gets 1 martial arts attack per round. And then the number of attacks plus 1 gives you an extra one. So once you become proficient with one of the martial arts, you get a second attack per round.
Oh, okay.
And your maneuvers are those attacks.
Okay, so Kung Fu is which ones? I'm just looking at the second table. I was just wondering if you look at the first one and tell me which
Kung Fu has strike 1 and 2. It has lock 1, kick 2, block 1, 2, 3, 4, and mental 4 and 6. So Kung Fu is good if you want to fight like magical creatures eventually, because it has mental 4 and 6. Mental 4 and 6 is, let's see. Find mental. Four is chi attacks. You can hit as if a magical weapon. And then 6 is Iron Skin, -2 to AC when not wearing armor. So that gives you an AC bonus. And that's from Kung Fu. Chi attacks is cool because if you can hit as if a magical weapon, then I count you as a monster for purposes of striking magical creatures. So it's essentially every 4 levels you count as a +1 weapon.
Shit. I think if it's okay, I think instead of using all the time to is it okay if as long as I have this done by the time we start the game Saturday that I can?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm just there's so much to choose from. I need to have more time to just get through it.
As a warning, I'm gonna let you know now, if your character is not done at 10 o'clock, you're not playing. So you've got a time limit. You know what I mean?
So it shouldn't take me that long to do this. It's only 2, but I just want to choose good ones. So we could go on to the next thing.
They're all good in their own right. It's just, what do you want to be able to do with your martial art eventually?
Yeah, I just want to have time to kind of strategize and figure out how I want to attack and I just need some more time. I just don't want to waste your time by doing that. I think I'll just make sure that I have it done, because it won't take that long to fill out. I just got to choose which one. And
right. But the thing is, eventually you're going to master the one you choose, and you can learn a new one. So, because you get, let's see, every 4th level you get a new, weapon slot, and then after level 1, you can spend non-weapon slots on martial arts as well. And then every 3 levels after level 1, you get a free slot that's spent only on martial arts. So by the time you're level, what is that? 29 divided by 3. By the time you're level 27. By the time you're at level 27, you get 8 free slots for martial arts?
That's cool.
Or is that would be at level 25. Yeah, so at level 28, you would have 9 free slots for martial arts, and then level 30 you would have 9 more non-weapon proficiency slots, and at level 28, you would have what is that? Let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. 7 more slots.
Let's see.
So that's a lot.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I just have a question. How should, just in case, since I'm probably gonna do it, go ahead and wait to put the weapon proficiencies. Just how should I input it into the weapon proficiency slot? If I chose Kung Fu, for instance, would I put just Kung Fu and then
just put Kung Fu space 1, and then Kung Fu, Kung Fu block 1. What's block 1? Well, okay, so Kung Fu strike 1, Iron Fist, and then
that would be under
Kung Fu strike 2.
But I could only pick 1, right? Because I have to choose the stance and then just 1.
Yeah. At level 1, you're weak, no matter what. There's nothing I can do about that.
So so that would be two different slots though, right? It'd be Kung Fu slash one, Kung Fu Strike slash one or two, whatever
No,
that
no
is.
slash, just space. So
Oh yeah, space.
Kung Fu space 1, and then Kung Fu space strike space 1.
I'm just writing it on a piece of paper. Kung Fu slash one, and
Here,
then Kung Fu. I'm
I'll
just
just
writing an
I'm just gonna
example.
put it on your slots as an example.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Kung Fu 1, enter. Kung Fu strike 1, enter. And then you'd have Kung Fu strike 2. And then maybe Kung Fu block 1.
But as level one, I would just have the first two, right?
Possibly, if you want strike 1, which I highly recommend. Like, I've only played a monk one time, and I played a monk that used Kung Fu, and I chose strike 1, which is Iron Fist, because I wanted to be
Okay.
able to do that D6 of damage, you know?
So I'll probably pick that one, but I'm just gonna look through them, and so I
Yeah.
would just delete the rest of them once I'm through, just put. But if I choose Kung Fu Strike one, I'll
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
Kung Fu one and Kung Fu Strike one.
Just
Okay.
click on modify, and then hit the garbage can for the one you don't want, or the ones you don't want, or whatever.
Okay. Let's see. I guess we go on. We've got the non-weapon proficiencies.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
I guess.
So next we
Yeah.
have your money. So your money and equipment.
Wait. Did I
So
put my? Oh, I put. Wait. I put my. Let's see. It says language is separate, but it has non-weapon proficiency, so I don't worry about that.
what?
It's just that I have. It's speak common under non-weapon proficiencies, and then there's languages, and you have where you can add.
Oh yeah, yeah. So any language that you're proficient with, you just put it in languages.
Oh, okay.
So just
Put
yeah.
common.
I usually
Put
put
speak common again, or just common?
common tongue of man. There.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Here, let's see. Let's see. No. Let's see. I guess. What's the next thing? Spells or?
Um yeah, we can do spells if you want.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we can do
Okay.
spells if you want. So you get 3 slots at level 1. So I'm just adding spell slots for you. And those are all first. And your access is you have major access to the spheres of all divination, guardian, numbers, and thought. You have minor access to combat, healing, necromantic, and time. Monks cannot turn undead. Beginning at 5th level, monks are entitled to a saving throw for spell to block detection, scrying, or mind reading.
Okay.
Okay.
If we could do like on the weapon proficiency, just give me an idea for an example for the format, so I get that right. That's I can take time to pick which ones I want on my own. Just kind of like an idea of how to, like a template of how to do it. So, because I would just like time to read through and because I've still got, let's see, today is Wednesday, so
Yeah.
three more days, or 3 more days.
Yeah. Yep. And just to let you know, the party is currently in a dungeon, so you will basically roll up right behind them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a large dungeon or just a?
It's 4 levels, and they're currently
Okay.
on the 3rd level of it. So, um, you missed basically the first, almost 3/4 of the dungeon. But the most interesting level is the 4th level. So you've got that to look forward to.
And you said these guys were everyone else was around 14th something level, or one of the
No,
guys?
no. The priest is level 14. Everyone else is like, most of them are multi-classed, and they're around like 7th or 8th level right now.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a 7th level dungeon. The average level is like 7 essentially. Even though he's level 14, the average level is still 7. Because there's Jezzy the Pixie. She's only like level 6. She just started like maybe 2 months ago. So, she's behind everybody, but she's catching up really fast because she's a single class thief.
So they're like,
They gain levels really fast.
I could smash you with holy light, and I'm like sitting here first level, and I'm like, I can do kung fu. Will that
Yeah,
help? Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm kind of like that. I can do kung fu a little bit,
I can
a
do.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to be careful though, because
Yeah.
you can do kung fu, but your AC is 9.
Oh yeah.
You are
Well,
naked to the world.
well, if I'm in my stance, I get a bonus. So it would be set. Would it be 7 if it was kung fu?
It
7.
depends on your stance, so you haven't chosen one yet.
Yeah, kung fu would be. I think it was -2. A -2, I
Yeah,
think.
kung fu would take you down to
So
AC 7.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And the one that was further was I think ninjutsu. That would bring me down to 6.
No, no,
Oh,
ninjutsu is
okay.
also -2. The
Which one
only
was it that was
one that's -3
karate?
is aikijutsu.
Oh, okay. What's the benefits of that besides the armor class? Do you think?
Well, they've got lock 1, 2, and 3. They've got a lot of blocks. They've got movement 1 and 3. What's movement 1? Let's see. Movement, movement. Where is movement? Movement 1 is feint. Costs extra attack +3 to hit. Oh, that's cool. So you can sacrifice one of your attacks and give yourself a +3 to hit with your other attack. And then
Oh, okay,
3,
that's good.
movement 3 is immovability. Save versus paralyzation to not budge. So if you're fighting somebody who has martial arts and they want to try to throw you, you get a saving throw versus paralyzation to not be thrown.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
See,
And then anytime somebody like kicks you or hits you and you get blasted back, you just get a paralyzation save to not
so
be
far,
blasted anywhere.
so far as when I put in the actual attacks themselves, like for rolling, I go up into, do I go under weapons and then fill it in, or is that how did that? I guess.
Can you restate your question? I don't understand your question.
It's just that like when I pick the attacks and their damage, when I want to roll to hit, so I would need to put that under. Would I need to put that under weapons as an unarmed attack or something? Or put the
Yeah.
actual
So
attack?
whatever the name of the maneuver is, that's what you would put down as a weapon
Okay.
on your weapon table. And then however much damage it does, that's what you would put. So for example, your Iron Fist, you would put on your weapon table, literally as a weapon, you would put Iron Fist, okay? And
Okay.
you would put for the damage, you'd put 1d6 hit points in both medium creature damage and large creature damage. And then you would check the strength bonus boxes because it says 1d6 HP damage plus strength bonuses with blows. So you would check both boxes for strength, the hit bonus and the damage bonus. Okay? And then the speed, since you're a medium creature, is going to be 3. Just like your touch attack speed is 3. Are you looking at it right now?
Okay. Yeah. Speed 3. Yeah. I see.
Yeah. Because that's the speed for normal medium creatures to do non-spell, non-weapon actions is your speed is 3. That's actually medium creatures and small creatures have that speed.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see. I was gonna see if you could. Kung Fu Strike One was it Iron Fist or it was Iron Fist and then the other one was Crushing Blow, right?
So all strike 1s is Iron Fist. All strike
Okay.
2s is Crushing Blow, and all strike 3s is Eagle Claw.
Oh, okay. So in the one you said you usually choose when at first level you chose Strike One.
Yeah, when I played a monk, I chose Kung Fu, and I chose Iron Fist, which is strike 1.
Could you go
But
ahead and fill that in for me for the first one and if I keep it, I'll leave it the same. If I decide to change it, at least I'll know have a template for how to put it
yeah,
in what.
yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Kung Fu, Iron Fist 1. There you go. Kung Fu 1, Kung Fu Iron Fist 1.
Okay, yeah. Let me see.
And
I need to
then and then I'll
yeah.
put it on your weapon table as well. So you check both these boxes. You put Iron Fist, and then in damage you put D6, and then for large as well you put D6, and everything else. Oh, of course the damage type is bludgeoning, because your hands count as weapons now since you are a monk. And then the speed is 3. So go ahead and roll an attack against yourself. Click your token, and well, click on the chat tab first, and make sure you're scrolled all the way down, and then click on your token, and then click on attack, and then use Iron Fist on yourself, and you'll see what an attack looks like.
Okay, so let me see which. That one's the one. This one's the one. Yeah, that one's correct. Let's see,
Yeah, you can have any of those tokens you want.
Okay, so you said I get 2 attacks, right? So yeah. Okay, so I hit the main attack button, right?
Yes. So yeah, you click on hashtag attack, and then there will be a menu in chat that shows you all of your attacks. Is it not working?
Let's see.
Should be working.
Geez.
No. Click your token.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
not that. You click your token. Did you click your token?
Yeah, I've got it clicked.
Okay, now at the top of the screen, where there's all those gray buttons. You see it?
Okay.
Say,
Okay.
click the one that says hashtag attack.
Oh, okay. I'm okay. Oh, okay.
So you haven't clicked it yet.
Just.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just
and then click
Chris
on
Iron
Fist, and then click on your own character, and then it's going to ask you a series of questions. So, what is the facing of the character you're attacking? Just put you're facing its front. Just pretend you're fighting yourself. Here, I'll even.
Okay, and then either short or melee, or would it be melee?
Yeah, melee range. Yep, melee range.
Yeah. Same elevation.
Same elevation.
Miscellaneous
there you
attack
go.
roll modifier.
You're literally fighting yourself now. There you go. Okay. Yeah, attack. Lao Shun uses a 0-sized Iron Fist to attack Lao Shun. You hit armor class 8, and if you hover over where it says the 8 for your armor class, it shows you the whole algorithm for the attack roll. So it says that your Thaco is 20, and you rolled a 12, and you have no bonuses. So you hit AC 8 because 20 minus 12 is 8. And then for it's not a crit because the 8 is not surrounded by a green box. Okay, so you read off the normal damage line, and you attacked yourself, and yourself is a small or medium creature, so you did 4 damage to yourself. Yeah. Okay, so now click on your token, your bottom token, or whichever one you attacked, and then click on the green circle, and then on your keyboard you hit the minus key and 4, and then hit enter, and it will adjust your hit points. So that's what you do whenever you take damage. Okay? And so your green bar just shrunk by half, because that was half your hit points.
Okay. Do we do the hit points? That's one thing I
Right. So there's basically a community standard rule on Roll20. Everybody, like all the DMs I've ever had, gives everyone a full hit die at level 1.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
you
right.
have
yeah,
8 hit points. Okay.
Oh,
so now let's try a cure spell since you're hurt.
Is it still 2d4 or is it 1d?
It's a d8.
D8. Okay.
So go ahead and click. Go ahead and click on your token. We're gonna cast a spell now. Okay. So click on your token, and up at the top there should be a bunch of buttons that pop up again. So click on the one that says #special powers. And then an option will come up in chat. You want to click on where it says divine because you're using a religious spell. Okay, now click on the 1 for level 1, and then find cure light wounds, and then click on yourself to cure yourself.
Okay. There we go.
And it's going to ask you basically what level are you casting this spell at, and it's going to tell you what your class is and what your level is. So whatever your level is, that's what you type. So you just hit 1, enter, and then it's going to...
Do you want to display the full text of the spell? Do you want to put
yeah, click on yes.
Okay.
Since you've never cast this spell before. Okay, so that added you to initiative. Okay, so your initiative is going to be 15.12. So I'm opening the turn order tracker. Now, your character is almost all the way at the bottom. You're right above Wilwith. So if you scroll down on the turn order, you'll see Lao Shun is... For some reason, it didn't put you on the bottom. That's weird. Okay, so that would be your initiative. So when your initiative would come up, then you would heal yourself for 5 hit points, because it says 5 healing or wounds. Okay?
Okay.
So now on your hit points, go ahead and click the green circle again, but this time, yeah, so you have to shift and plus or whatever to get the plus symbol, and then hit 4 because if you it's your max HP. Okay, so now you're back to full. So that's how you do attacks and spells. So I'm just gonna take you off the turn order tracker real quick. Now let's try rolling initiative for your Iron Fist. So click your token.
Okay.
And then click on initiative. Yep. And then you're going to want to find Iron Fist. And then click on that, and it'll roll initiative for your character for Iron Fist. And it puts you at 10.39. And you can see that you didn't do any attack options or miscellaneous bonus to your miscellaneous adjustment to your initiative. Sometimes there are miscellaneous bonuses and penalties. Like if you're hasted, you get like -4 to your initiative, so you go faster. If you're slowed, there's a +2 or something like that.
So this is like for the actual dice that are used for second edition for initiative. It's the percentile dice, right? That's what that would
No,
be.
no,
Oh, I'm
that's
just.
so the initiative die in second edition is a D10, and
Oh, okay.
you add the speed for your action. So your action was
Oh,
Iron
okay.
Fist, and the speed of Iron Fist is 3. So it rolled a D10 and added 3, and you rolled a 7, okay, and it added
Okay.
3, so it's 10, and then the tiebreaker is 39. So other people that roll 10 might not
Oh,
necessarily
okay.
roll might not necessarily roll 39. So there's a
Okay.
tiebreaker in there, so no two people go at exactly the same time.
Oh, that's
Hopefully.
cool.
Yeah, sometimes it happens though. Sometimes two people will go at the same time, and when that happens, I just take whoever is on top. So whoever has initiative order above, is the next person.
Okay.
So that's usually what usually determines that is I think it's whoever rolled first or something like that usually comes up on top. I can't remember
Can
exactly.
can I try to do each one again on my own and see if I remember it correctly? I guess let me see. Do this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Click on my character. Do its regular attack. Let's see. Do Iron Fist. See. Oh yeah, I gotta click on another character. Let's see. What would be the difference? It would just say that it's hitting the flank if I just put flank on it.
Okay, yeah,
Hmm.
try a flank or a rear attack and I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll try a flank. Gonna be melee. Let's see the same elevation. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you rolled a 1. That sucks.
Oh, that sucks. I just
Okay.
hit myself or something.
No. So in my game when people roll a 1, I actually give you a special status. It's called off balance, and it looks like this.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I call it a kick me sign. So it makes you a big old target. It means you like tripped up over your feet, and now the monsters they have +2 to hit you for
oh,
the
okay.
for the
Yeah,
rest of the
okay. That
round,
makes sense.
and you lose all the rest of your actions. So you can no longer move, you can no longer attack, you can no longer cast spells, you can't do anything but sit there like a sitting duck. And everything has +2 to hit you. So it sucks. It really sucks. And I will go out of my way to make monsters target you too. They might not take attacks of opportunity, but they'll come after you. I like to take advantage of that when it does happen, because it doesn't happen very often, and players always take advantage of it too. So, yeah. But okay, so if you hover over the 18, you'll see what happened. So your
Oh,
Thaco
yeah.
is 20. You rolled a 1, okay, but you get a +1 to hit because you chose flank.
Okay.
Okay, so if you had chosen rear, that +1 would say +2.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
the next the next question was about range. Was it short or melee range? Was it medium range? Was it long range? So that +0 right after the +1, if you had chosen medium range, it would be -2, because medium range in second edition is always -2 to hit, almost always. And
Oh,
then
okay.
long range is almost always -5, and extra long range is almost always -10 to hit. Okay, the next one is higher ground, lower ground, or same altitude. If you are on higher ground than your target, you get a +1 to hit. If your target has the higher ground, you get a -1 to hit. And if you're on the same elevation, then it's a +0 to hit. And then
Okay.
the last +0 is the miscellaneous modifier to hit, which could be anything from a prayer spell to a bless spell, chant. If you declared a charge, You could give yourself a +2 to hit because you charged. So
Okay.
charging, it takes away your dexterity bonus to armor class for the whole round. You increase your movement rate by 50%. So you would be able to, instead of moving 12 squares, you would be able to move up to 18 squares and still make one attack at the end of your movement. And you would get +2 to hit because you charged.
Oh, okay, that's cool,
But you only get one attack.
let's see. Let me try the spell again.
Okay.
So, special powers.
And when you want to cast a spell in a round, the spells are how you roll initiative. So the spell macro you're rolling, this would actually add you to the turn order tracker. And the reason I do that is because I want to see what spells people are casting during the initiative phase. Okay, so you would on initiative 7.2, you would cast Cure Light Wounds on yourself as a level 1 caster, and you would heal yourself for six wounds, or 6 healing, or whatever. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I think I've got it. I've got the basics of it. Let's see.
Yeah.
What's next? What? Anything else that I need to, on my character sheet? I need to work on. Let's see.
Yeah,
I
your
need to
money.
do the equip. Yeah. Oh yeah. I need to do.
Okay.
What do I roll for that? Is there a macro?
Okay, so let's see, player's handbook. Let's see. Money and equipment. Where is it? Money and equipment. Chapter 6. There it is. Okay. Starting money. Table 43. Okay, so priests get 3d6 times 10 gold. So go ahead and roll 3d6.
Okay. Did you say it was plus what? 3?
Roll 3d6, and then
Okay.
add a 0 at the end. So you start with 100 gold,
Okay,
which is quite a bit,
that's
actually.
good. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to put that on your character sheet right now, that you
Okay.
have 100 gold to
And,
start with.
And I was just gonna ask because I know that like a lot of the rules for monks are different between the first and second edition. That what is the rule for wealth and like attaining wealth in as the monk class? Like, 'cause I know as in first edition you have to give up most of your wealth. You have to give it away. Is it the same, or is there a certain percentage, or?
Did you read the monk class?
I didn't get a chance to because I wasn't sure I was gonna pick a monk, and I read some of it, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Let me. I've got it open here. Let's find which. Here it is. Let's see. Should be this. Let's see, the same as. I'll have to read through again. Let's see.
Yeah, as far as I see right now, there are no wealth requirements for the monk.
Oh, okay.
So I just did a real quick cursory speed read, and I didn't see anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Seems like I guess it's just the formatting, but it looks bigger than the book the spells and magic book that I have in the PDF. Do you have like a do you have a player's option spells and magic that's not I guess it would be an RTF kind of thing that would be like a scan?
Just that PDF thing that I gave you,
Oh, okay.
and Purple Worm. That's all I have.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand what you're trying to do. What are you trying to do?
Oh, I was just asking. I was just wondering if you had one.
No, I
I
I
was
just
just
use Purple Worm, man.
okay.
Purple
Okay.
Worm is honestly the best thing there is for second edition. You just click on index, click on Control F to find something. It's awesome. All the spells are at your fingertips right there. If you know the name of a spell, you just click index and then Control F that shit. Like, let's see, Fireball. Boom. I'm looking at Fireball right now. Delayed. I've got delayed blast Fireball and Fireball.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll just try. I'll make sure I try to use this for like indexing like during the games. But yeah, that's quicker. That's just
Yeah.
it's just that for like I don't know if you have to be have an internet connection to be able to check into this. Is there a way you can? I don't guess there's a way you can access it offline. Is it?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
keep actual like electronic copies on my computer because
Oh,
I have the physical book on a bookshelf right next to me. So if I wanted to read the book, I would just grab it off the shelf.
yeah, that's true. I used
But
to have most all of them, and of course, my parents had to throw them away. So.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wish I still had them. I'd love to if I still had them. But,
I'm pretty excited about your character. He's pretty cool so far. I like him a lot.
oh, thanks. Yeah,
I
let's
can't wait
see.
to add him to the mix. Did you like any of these other tokens better, or do you want to keep that one for now?
Let's see. Let me click back. Yeah. Okay. Kind of like this one in a way, and not sure though. That one or wait, that one is that one is got the with the punch and
Okay,
yeah.
so
I like that one so far. I think
this one's the best.
yeah, with doing the punch because that's what
Okay.
most attacks do.
Do you want to be left-handed or right-handed punch?
Right-handed if you could change it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you said as long as if I do I'll probably leave the name the same, but if I decide to change it, as long as I change it before game time, I can I'll just go in and edit it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just tell me, you know, when you after you do it or whatever on
Oh, okay.
Discord. And also don't do like last minute changes, like Friday night or Saturday morning. Try to keep it before
Oh,
then
okay.
so that I can go in and change stuff that I need to.
So I should plan to have everything done by let's
By
see,
sometime Friday, just so I know.
sometime Friday. Okay,
Yeah.
so today is Wednesday, so I'll probably try to have everything finished by tomorrow. Though I'm gonna read some tonight and some tomorrow, and try to get everything, learn all I can, and
Yeah.
everything that I can, have it. Uh, I memorize all I can about everything, and
Yeah,
or
you
at
don't
least
really
for
have
my
to
character.
memorize, everything cuz that would take a lot of time,
Oh yeah.
honestly. Um but just your what you want to do with the character long term has a lot to do with, the basic um, uh, decisions that you make right now. So whether or not you want to dual class as something else, switching around your stats, um, and the martial art that you want to have, and the spells and whatnot. Although you're a priest, so you don't really have to plan out spells. You just grab them off of a
Yeah,
list.
one reason I was kind of wanting to wait for to pick a style of martial arts is I wanted to research a little bit about
The
I
different
guess
maneuvers.
the different maneuvers and
Yeah.
the actual philosophy behind it, and just kind of for the role playing side of it, like
Nice.
just look into
Yeah.
that. And so, because I know that would affect the way my character acted, so I'd
Right.
want to do that just a little bit. I'll do that tonight or tomorrow or something. Yeah. Let's see, what else should I?
So right now we do need to write some basic stuff into your bio um, before before we stop for the night. Um, so pretty much, I'm gonna take you to the world map right now, so that you can see exactly where Adria is in comparison to where the party is at. So this map is Eastern Panoplia. Panoplia is my European continent. Okay, so they're in Eastern Europe right now.
Says the city-state of Gronar.
Gronar, yeah.
Gronar.
Okay, so the party is at the party marker, which is right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they're at the Botherdum Hill Dwarf stronghold. So you can see that little party marker where it says you are here.
Here, hold on. I
you
see,
see it?
oh, I see it. I can't read that it says you are here. Just like a
Oh
little
right, yeah.
red.
I'll expand it. See.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see it now.
So that's where the party is, and everything that's revealed is parts of the map that they have either visited or seen from a distance. Okay, so this down here, these river-like areas, that's a swampland. That's the Fupiet Swamp. Okay, this forest over here is part of the Forever Forest. This river that flows through it is the Spoot River. And this is the Eternal Grove, which is the part of the Forever Forest that has the grove of the I think he is the great druid of the entire continent of Panoplia. This is where he has his base. So the party defeated a god right here at Raminos' shrine. Raminos is the god of the bullywugs, and they killed his avatar right there. And then they came up this way. So they're pretty powerful. They're messing with avatars and stuff. And down here you have Arkenhod's tomb, which is a dungeon where they defeated a mummy named Arkenhod, which comes from the eon before this one. They defeated him pretty easily. This is Elestar. It's a village of high elves. You have the city-state of Gronar down here, which is a democratic settlement of men. It used to be a kingdom. Now it's just a free man's country. And so it's got a democratic system, electoral system. They have a senate. It's kind of like Rome, actually. Are you still there?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. This over here is Gogatoon. It is... No one has been there yet, but they know where it is because it's common knowledge where it's at. It's surrounded by
That like
volcanoes.
okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
So there's a big bad guy that lives there named the Dragon Lord. He's this total douchebag that is said to be immortal. He lived many, like a couple eons ago in like the 3rd or 4th eon. And he has survived eons. So the eons are separated by unknown numbers of years. They're basically totally separate reckonings of time. Okay?
Okay.
So basically, this guy has been alive since pretty much the Stone Age. Okay?
Oh gosh.
Right. So if there were different reckonings of time in the real world, that's like the Stone Age. Pretty much.
Okay.
So before Christ. Right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So and then you would come from over here, which I'm going to have to reveal right now. Okay? Because you would know about this place. So you would be probably from this border town called Mingdao, and I'm gonna pop you on over here so you can see. So Mingdao is essentially a mountain border town with Panoplia. So it's in Adria on the border with Panoplia. So there's these mountains with this mountain path
How do you spell that? How do you spell the town? Ming.
Here, I'll
Mingdao?
reveal the... There you go. See it?
Okay. Sure.
So you're going to want to put this in your journal. Or your bio on your character sheet. Yeah. So you would have been able to see all this while you were passing through these mountains and stuff. Yeah. You would have seen all this, and you would know what's immediately around your home. So you've never been out this way. So out here is a place called the Adrian Steppe. And you've never been out there before. It's basically just a huge veldt type place. It's an open plain that has bushes all over the place. So that's what a steppe is. These are hills leading down into the steppe. Steppe is spelled S-T-E-P-P-E. And then these are high mountains. Okay. This is the Spoot Glacier, which is the source of the Spoot River, which I'm going to reveal to you right now. And you would have passed through this little village down here named Bonneville, which is essentially a trade town that is the Adrian equivalent of Mingdao. Okay, so there are Adrians that live in Bonneville and mixed with the Panoplians, okay? And then in Mingdao, there are Panoplians that live with the Adrians, okay? And that's pretty much as far east as the Panoplians go, and that's as far west as the Adrians go. So in between these two towns is basically mixed land where both these races of people kind of go back and forth.
Let's see.
So, yeah.
I just need to take a break for just a second. I just got to use the bathroom right quick.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll be right back. Just about 3 or 4 minutes.
Sure, yeah. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get something to drink and use the bathroom.
Okay, dude. Meet back in 5 or 10 or something?
Yeah, 5 is great. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. See you. You back yet?
Okay, are you back?
Yeah, yeah, I'm back. I was just filling out some of the bio info. The race I would put human. For clan I would
No,
put.
no. For race, you would put Adrian, because you're an Adrian
Oh,
human.
oh, okay,
Yeah. Yep.
okay.
Yep.
But okay, I was just wondering.
Um, and then yeah, in the bio part you would, and then on where it says class, race, stuff like that, you would
Oh,
put
okay.
human.
Okay, homeland, Adria. Would I
You'd want to
put?
put Mingdao as your homeland,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And it's sort of like just a pitiful little hamlet of a mountain town, basically. Um, but highly religious, actually. So, a lot of the monasteries for those two religions that I mentioned earlier are in really secluded places, and so they have monasteries in Mingdao. Both of them do.
Okay, let's see. Family. Would I just would that be a certain
That's whatever you
username?
make up. So you make up your own family, whatever kind of family you want to have. It doesn't matter to me, and I will make NPCs to play as your family.
Okay, okay. So just list like my immediate family or something, or like
If you
different
want, yeah,
names.
you can do it any
Okay,
way you want. Yeah, it's all up to you.
I could put well that would be well it has clan, but I could put like Shun clan under family or something like that.
Yeah, if you want to.
The last.
Usually, Adrian names, go family name first and then given name last.
Oh,
So,
okay. So wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So you could reverse your name to reflect that if you want.
Would it be Lao? Just put Lao Clan, or would that be good, or just what would Adrian?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Be? Like liege or patron?
Um.
If it was a hamlet, oh well, there would be a surrounding area, I guess. That would be
Yeah.
but
You could make up an NPC that would be the leader of your monastery, and you could use that for now.
okay. And how about Dao Jun? Sounds good. Dao Jun from Mingdao. Let's see. It's in. So, would you prefer Tao or Taoism or?
It was actually Tao with a T.
Oh, okay. Tao.
Yeah, I'll show that to you again. Let's see. Religions, human, and it's a lesser power. Lao Tzu. Show to players.
Oh, okay. So.
And in Adria, they call it. Let's see, factions, notions, personality, dispositions, geography, cartography. In Adria, they call it the way.
Okay, so I just moved away.
So that's here's that handout for Adria again.
Okay. The way. I guess I'll put the same thing, Tao / the way. I mean, parentheses the way. Okay, social class. Let's see.
Oh, you can basically choose your social class. I don't have, I don't have mechanics set up for that yet. So you can just choose your social class if you want to be high class, medium class, or middle class or low class. Just no royalty or anything like that.
Okay,
It wouldn't make sense anyways if you were royalty and worked at a monastery.
Yeah, well, I had 100 gold, so I'll just put high class, I guess. I ended up with 100 gold.
Yeah.
I'll just put it high. Okay, status. Let's see.
Oh, that's your marital status. Are you married, single, engaged?
No, that would be. Is there any celibacy things about Adrianic monks?
That's a good question. I don't know much about Buddhism.
I know that Buddhist.
Let's see here.
Buddhist monks are I think are celibate. I'm pretty sure there's a vow of celibacy.
Let's see. Let's open up the way here. Must preside over a wide range of ceremonies. Their most important duty, however, is achieving their own enlightenment, a process which requires untold hours of meditation. Once per year, each priest makes a roll to determine whether or not he has achieved enlightenment. He stands a 1% chance of success for each year he has been a priest, double the chance of success for a priest with a wisdom of 18 or greater. Priests making a successful roll automatically rise 3 levels to minimum experience points needed. Have their wisdom increased to 18 or by 1 point if they have already have a score of 18 or better. Further, they receive the ability to commune with Lao Tzu once per week and control weather once per day. Holy shit. Yeah, you could say that you have to be celibate, but not... I wouldn't say you have to be chaste. So...
We should.
Yeah. Because I think... Don't the Buddhist priests, like... once or twice a year they go out and get laid and get drunk and
I don't know that they might. I'm not sure. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to know my first boss ever was born in China, and he told me that the Buddhist priests once a year they're allowed to they get into it's like on their birthday or something. They they get into a limo, and they go out and they smoke cigars. They drink whiskey and they hire a hooker.
Oh god!
And
I don't know if they're supposed to do that though, but I don't know.
They do it.
Yeah,
it's like once a year or something on a special day.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on their birthday. I think it's different for each guy though. So I was assuming it was their birthday. But they're not supposed to do that stuff normally like throughout the rest of the year. But there's like one day where they can. So I would assume it would be just like that. Like, you know, you obviously you can't get married, but I don't think you would have to be chaste. Like you don't have to be a virgin. You know, like every once in a while you can get some action, and I don't know if you want to do it on your birthday. That would be pretty cool if you did it on your birthday. Because what was your character's birthday?
August 12th, I think.
Okay.
I think it was August 12th.
Okay, that's a while away, but because they're in November right now.
Oh, okay.
So, but role playing that would be kind of fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. I got social class and status.
So I'm gonna take you back to the crossroads where your character was at. The music is going to change again.
Okay.
So I like to do a nice bio like this, where the player makes up a lot of stuff about his background, so that I have something to base like NPCs on and stuff in the place where you're from.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, I was gonna come up with a backstory probably, and
yeah.
I don't know if do I need that by the time we play? I can come up with something, but
well, yeah, I mean at least the stuff that I just told you.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have this stuff. I just mean other stuff besides that.
About so you went through Mingdao, or you left Mingdao, went through the mountains on a trail through the mountains to Bonneville, and then eventually you would get to I'll take you back. Eventually you would get to Gronar. So we'll say that you started here in Mingdao, and then you went through the mountains on a trail to Bonneville, okay? And then another trail through the hills to Gronar, and that's where the trail ends, okay? Now you off-roaded from Gronar all the way up through the forest, the hills, the swamp, and went to Bother Doom. All by your lonesome. So you could say it's a pilgrimage or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like a
yeah,
pilgrimage.
yeah, and
You
it
got
was all
Bother Dune.
yeah, Bothurduum. Uh,
Okay.
Here, I'll type it in the Discord. Actually, I'm gonna send you a a PM, a DM direct message. Let's see, message.
In Roll20 or
Discord.
oh, okay.
And actually, I'm gonna turn this whole thing into a video on YouTube, and then just paste it in a DM to you, direct message to you.
Okay, that's good.
So, and we've been live for 3 hours and 51 minutes, so that's a big ass video.
Yeah, I had no idea we were live, so I was just
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna post it on Discord?
Yeah, in a direct message straight to you from my
yeah,
YouTube.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. Sounds good.
Okay, so spells. Are you doing equipment right now? Oh, you're doing your bio. You're doing your bio.
Yeah, I was doing bio.
Okay. Yeah, so that is the bare minimum what we need to get done tonight. And you can do your equipment all on your own. Your spells all on your own. You can choose, 3, or you can memorize 3 level 1 spells from any of those spheres that you have. And yeah, you can do your weapon slots on your own, I guess, but you pretty much have those settled, I think.
Yeah,
right?
So I get 3 level 1 spells, so I just choose those and
yeah. Lao Shun, that's cool. The man in the back. The man in black in the back.
Yeah. Let's see. So, is there anything else we need to do now, or do you?
Just your bio. We do.
Okay.
We really need to get that bio.
Okay,
Before ending this.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I will invite you to the actual Discord for the campaign on the day that we play. Okay?
Okay.
So on Saturday, just keep messaging me like when as soon as you log in or whatever, just message me in this channel. Or in a private message or something if you want, and then from there I will add you to the actual campaign Discord server.
Okay, sounds good.
So I always do that at the last minute. That way, if you don't show up or you decide not to play or whatever, then I don't confuse my other players, because that can be pretty bad. That can be detrimental. Because they'll be like, hey, I met the new guy the other day, he's really cool. And then, you don't show up, and then they're like, hey, what happened to the new guy? And then I'm like, well, and I got to explain it, and then...
I'll make sure I'm on Discord at least an hour before, so at least by 11 my time, so that would be...
Okay.
That would be, 9 your time?
Yeah,
I don't know if you'll be on by then. You might not be on.
I usually get on about 9:30, because Friday nights I usually pick up my girlfriend after work, and we come here, and we stay up kind of late, and then usually, and she plays, she's Jezzy, the thief.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Let's see, I just put status celibate in parentheses mostly.
Yeah, mostly. They mostly come out at night.
Yeah, yeah,
Mostly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, birth rank. I'll just say, uh, I'll just say it was. Would
You could
that
be
be the same as high or like social class or?
No, birth rank is, firstborn, second, third, fourth.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that's right. Let's
So, and then
see.
status is your marital status. Siblings is, if you're the firstborn of five siblings, or you're the firstborn, you have five siblings, then you're the oldest of six. So, and if you have siblings, if you want to name them, you can put their names there. Um, yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna put second of three.
Sure, it's all up to you, man. So you would have two siblings, and if you want to give them names, you can. If you don't want to give them names, I will. So it's all up to you.
Okay.
So your given name is Shun,
Yeah. Okay. So
and your family name is Lao.
okay, so I would need to name my siblings. Their name would be Lao as well, so it'd be Lao. I'm trying to think of some good um named Adrianic names. So let's see. How about Lao C? Tim. Oh, okay. Is that okay? Let's see, brothers Lao C. There we go.
And I'm gonna look for some cool tokens on the internet.
Let's see. I'm gonna say is shaven and in parentheses black. So
Right, but I'm still gonna need to know your normal hair color.
yeah, I'm gonna just put shaven and then put black
Oh,
in
yeah.
parentheses.
Okay, yeah, right.
Let's see appearance. Let's see. Is that just like a short? Do you want something short or something?
Yeah, so that is gonna be the description that I give to the other players when I introduce you, or when you introduce yourself.
Okay, so you
So
said that's like
just the things that are readily apparent about your character, like um, uh, uh, a bald-headed man of average height and Adrian descent, wearing clothing and carrying a backpack, wearing normal clothes and carrying, or wearing traditional Adrian clothing and carrying a backpack.
yeah, just something like that.
And then I'll probably show them a picture of your character, which is actually your bio pic. So I literally am going to show them your bio. So everything in your bio
Oh,
is just going to be the stuff that your character would share about himself.
oh, okay.
So if there's anything that needs to be secret, you're going to want to put that
Oh, okay.
somewhere else on your character sheet.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That's probably what I was talking about backstory. I probably wouldn't want to know, so it'd be probably
Yeah.
be secret.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually you would probably share your backstory
Yeah,
with them anyways.
yeah.
So, yeah. But if there's any secrets that you want to keep, like, psst, I'm secretly evil and I like to kill cats, you probably want to keep that a secret. Hello?
Wait, sorry, I zoned out for just a second. I didn't hear what you said. What?
Oh,
I just missed it. Something about cats.
oh yeah, I
I said,
said, so if your character is secretly evil and sometimes he likes to kill cats, that's probably you'd want to keep that a secret.
oh yeah.
Because most cat
Here,
killers.
kitty, kitty.
I don't know about you, but
Here,
when I
kitty,
kill cats, I don't
kitty.
like other people thinking. I don't like other people hearing about it.
I
I'm
could be
just kidding.
like, here, kitty, kitty. No one needs to know.
Yeah.
And you won't tell from now on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I found such an awesome picture. I'm gonna let's see, copy image. Do you like this one?
Oh, that's cool, but yeah, that's cool. Is that for a token or just for avatar or?
For a token.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's cool. I had him as shaven headed,
Oh, okay.
but
I'll
the
find a.
knot works.
Okay. There's also this one's pretty cool. And this guy actually is bald.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that one's cool. That would work.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that one. I like that one. Second.
And this one's pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, that one's nice as well. That would be a token. So yeah, I think I
Yeah.
like for a token. I think I like the last one the best.
Okay. So I'm just editing the token in paint.net.
Um,
I'm
Now
not super.
he was 18 as well, right? 18 the age.
Yeah, I already put in his age.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was.
Okay. Uh-oh. There we go.
Yep. So did you send another picture or?
Nope. I'm editing the one that you liked.
Oh, okay. I was gonna put, let's see, shaven-headed orange man with flowing orange sunburst, monk's robes.
Are you still doing your bio?
Yeah, I was just finishing up my appearance.
Okay.
Let's see.
There we go.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I was just gonna read what I wrote for my appearance and see what you think. Just put shaven-headed young man with flowing orange sunburst monk's robes, with linen-wrapped fists and a tawdry backpack with a few stray wildflowers flowing out of the opening of the pack, top flapping in the wind. Thought I would be there.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just gonna put that. Is that enough, or should I put more?
Yeah,
Or...
that's pretty good.
Thanks.
Okay, so I've got a hot titties token for you that I just uploaded.
Where's that at?
It's right next to your token, your old one.
Okay, I just let me see. Just check. Oh,
Okay, so this has
is it?
been.
Yes. What if I could erase it? Did it erase?
No, it's right next to your.
No, no. I mean the bio. It looks like it erased what I put.
Oh, that's because I was saving your. I'm sorry. That's because I was saving your token to your bio.
Okay, let me see if I can. I think I can remember what I wrote. Let's see. Yeah, put Jaden.
Sorry, I was saving your token to your character sheet.
No, that's okay.
So that's your new token right there.
Okay, I like it.
Nice. Okay. Can you can you hit save real quick
Okay, yeah.
for a second?
Okay, there we go.
Okay, I just want to put something on your character sheet real quick. You can change it if you want. I just want to
Yeah,
put something in there.
yeah, that's good because that's the color I made his robes. Yeah, that's that's perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Now you can click on edit and go back in and yeah, sorry about that
No, that's okay. I'll just make it better. I remember most of it. So.
Yeah, that's a pretty awesome character. And it only gets better.
Yeah.
Because you get... Let's see. Major access to the spheres of all divination, guardian, numbers, and thought. And minor access to combat, healing, necromantic, and time.
Mm.
Thought and numbers. Spells and magic. 3 spells by sphere. Numbers. Analyze, balance, calculate, personal reading, moment, music of the spheres, etherealness, extra dimensional detection, moment reading, telethaumaturgy, addition, dimensional folding, probability control, consequence, dimensional translocation, dimensional manipulation, extra dimensional pocket, physical mirror, seclusion, space warp, and timelessness.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
And then thought is emotion read, thought capture, idea, mind read, emotion control, memory read, telepathy, genius, mental domination, modify memory, rapport, and solipsism. Oh, and there's more. Thought broadcast, impregnable mind, memory rack, mind shatter, thought wave, disbelief, group mind, impervious sanctity of mind, and mind tracker. And then minor to time is no age, no time, hesitation, nap, accelerate healing, choose future, and unfailing premonition.
Without unfailing premonition, that sounds useful. Let's see. Take a look at my appearance and see if that's okay. Some of it's the same. I changed it a bit.
Shorn-headed.
Yes, Shun. I wasn't sure.
Shorn-headed young man of middling height, wearing an orange sunburst monk's robe made of fine silk, carrying a tawdry backpack with a sprig of wildflowers jutting out of the pack's opening, flapping breeze. Yeah. Well, there might not be a breeze, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Shorn is Shorn, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is that shit? Is that? Oh, I forgot. There's some other stuff that I need to refill out.
And then, yeah, your bio. Your bio is just, I mean, in the beginning, it should just be pretty short, like one paragraph or so about, you know, maybe how you grew up and where you grew up, and then your journey to wherever the party is. So I described your journey a couple of times, and it's going to be on this video. So, if you want, we can stop right now, and I'm going to make a video of this, and then in order to do your bio, you can review the video. And that should make it easier, hopefully.
Okay, so just stop right here and just
sure.
I just had I'll finish. There are a couple of things that were erased that I need to refill out, but I can do it later.
Okay. Yeah, because I need to go to bed here pretty quick. I got a couple things I need to do before I go to bed too, so I'm
Okay.
going to stop the video here.